Hi everyone, welcome back to another week of planetary weather forecast and collective reading. My name is Natalie. This video we're going to discuss 2022 September 12 to 18. In this video we'll first talk about the astrology of the week, what's the energy like, if there's any aspect happening, and the second part of this video will have a collective tarot reading to see what message, guide, and advice we can get from the tarot card for this upcoming week. So this week is a bit calmer. We don't have a lot of aspects happening up in the sky. I think this week we'll start off still feeling that full moon energy as it is quite potent. So the moon was conjuncting Neptune, and a few hours before the full moon peaks, we also have Mercury gestation retrograde in Libra. So the whole weekend might be a bit dreamy, might be a bit tired for some people. For some, you might receive like message, revelation, seeing something clearly. Suddenly you like, aha, you have something that you realize, so on and so forth. Everyone will feel this energy a bit different. And this week, we're definitely in Mercury retrograde. We're really in the zone, so to speak. And this week, the energy is more focused on Mercury retrograde in Libra. So this is more about how we relate to people, how we communicate with each other. This is all the RE words. Revisit, rethink, reevaluate, reconcile, so on and so forth, with maybe perhaps the relationships that we have around us, and how we communicate, what is true, what is not true, what works, what doesn't work. Perhaps you're focused on this area this week as well. And when Mercury station retrograde during the weekend, Mercury was opposing Jupiter. And later this week, the energy is probably more towards the end, maybe Sunday, because the aspect is going to be exact actually next Monday, the following Monday, 19. So, and because right now Mercury is retrograding, it looks like it's moving backwards. While of course we all know that planets do not move backward, but this is what it looks like in our human eyes. So actually this aspect has been holding on during this whole Mercury retrograde, when it's stationed retrograde throughout the week. And then it's going to be exact again during the end of week and early next Monday on 19. So this Mercury opposite Jupiter aspect is basically being felt the whole week. So, and we're feeling it again next week as well. So the chances are this energy is just here with us this whole week, upcoming week, and also next week. So what is this energy like when Mercury and Libra oppose Jupiter retrograding in Aries? Jupiter in Aries is all about the self, what is true to us, what we think is right for us, and what is our opinion, so on and so forth. And Mercury in Libra is all about, well, how do you relate your own truth, what you think is true to you, right for you, to others, to the collective or people around you, right? It's finding balance in between. It is also talking about that big picture thinking, right? Jupiter expands, right, the Mercury energy as well. So this is maybe you thinking, what is true to me might not be true to others. How are we connecting with the collective truth when we do not see eye to eye? Can we find a balance in between? And this makes me think about how the recent news about, and I know this topic might be a bit triggering, so bear with me. And this is just also my opinion, the way I see it. nobody has to agree upon it. I'm just throwing it out, thinking it loud to share with you all. This reminds me of the recent news about Queen Elizabeth passing. So immediately when she passed, so many voices, opinions coming out from everyone around the world, right? Everyone is grieving, some not really, because there's one side, which is about loving the queen, loving how she gave to everyone, how she contributed, so on and so forth, the royal family, and they're grieving over the loss, But then we also have different opinions, right? Like, you shouldn't be grieving because after all, the whole royal family in the end is just basically colonizer, right? Britain is colonized by the royal family, and look at the people that are still being that's still suffering, that's being oppressed, right? The indigenous people, right? How are they supposed to feel about it? Why do you want them to mourn too? Blah blah blah. So we have different opinion about how people should mourn, or if people should mourn, how should you grieve, right? Should you be grieving or should you not be grieving, so on and so forth. So we definitely see this topic really coming out from this aspect, and of course it's still going on, it will not go away, and this aspect is still happening throughout the whole next week and next week. So perhaps in the midst of all these voices, opinions, feelings, thinking, you're also trying to find what is true to you as well. So this is how I see this aspect can play out for some of us. And also, coming back to the couple aspect that's really happening this week is that on well, we probably will feel this energy the whole weekend. Is coming in on 16, but the energy will peak on 17 Saturday. So the whole weekend we're feeling this energy. This is a Venus in Virgo having a square with Mars in Gemini. So we have two sort of opposite energy here having a square together. So this aspect can feel a little bit tense and uncomfortable to work with, because yes, we have Venus in Virgo. So Venus in Virgo, even though Venus in Virgo is at Venus fall, so this energy can be nitpicking, picky, a bit judgmental, tunnel vision, right? They only see what is true to them, what they're really focusing on. And this can be overbearing with details and perfectionism when Venus is in Virgo's shadow energy. But Venus in Virgo is also very thoughtful, wanting to be there to help, to be in service, to help others to improve, be better. And act of service is her strength when Venus is in Virgo. So we have this energy squaring Mars in Gemini. Mars in Gemini is this like curious, experimental energy. Oh, try this. Oh, try that. Oh, experiment with this. Yeah, why not? Learn something new, try something new. I failed. Haha, I fought. Haha, so what? That's okay. It's an experiment. It's an experience. I have an experience, a story to tell and to share with others, and I learn from it. That's okay. It's not very serious. It's a bit more playful and just experimenting energy. So you have Venus in Virgo that wants to be serious. Can you just stop playing around and focus and do this one thing and do it really good? And then Mars in Gemini is like, nah, why? It's okay, it's fine. Why do you need to be so uptight? Why do you need to be so detail oriented? Why everything has to be perfect? It's fine, we can fail, we learn, that's fine. Why do you need to be like that? So they're arguing, right? This square energy can play out like that for us, and this energy can show up for us in different ways. And of course this can definitely show up in relationships, right? This can definitely be romantic relationships. It's like, why can't you tidy up and help me? And the Gemini energy is like, why do you have to do it right now? Why can't I do it later? Da, 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 right? And this energy can also show up in friendship, family dynamics, work situation, so on and so forth. So basically, this is the energy that we're working with when we talk about this aspect. So yes, this can be quite uncomfortable, can create tension, friction with each other when we're talking about this energy. But ultimately, if we can work with each other together and try to communicate better, remember Mercury is in retrograde, it's all about being transparent with communication. Maybe this energy can also help each other, support each other, right? Maybe you don't have to be so focused on the detail, perfectionism. You can let loose a little bit and give some room for error, and like the Mars in Gemini. Or maybe you can be a little bit fearless in trying new things and appreciate imperfections. And maybe perhaps the Mars in Gemini can also learn to focus, not to be scattered around, and try to bring back the energy so it's not scattering around, so it can actually finish one thing instead of starting 10 things and not finishing anything, right? So this is how we can tune into this energy as well. On the 18th, Sunday, we have Sun in Virgo opposing Neptune retrograding in Pisces. So this energy can play out in two different ways for us as well. The Sun in Virgo is shedding light, shining on the Neptune, the planet of dreams, fantasies, illusions, deceptions, but also our subconscious mind. So this energy can show up in one way where maybe the Sun is shining on some illusions, fantasies that you have been having, right? Maybe you have some dream bubble that might be burst this weekend, right? You finally see that, oh, maybe it's not really happening, right? Or maybe it's just a little bit too much of a fantasy. It's time to come out from it and get grounded in reality to see the truth. Sometimes Neptunes can talk about deception, illusions as well. So who knows? Maybe some news about scam is being exposed, right? Maybe lies and secrets are being revealed, and maybe, who knows, you're lying to yourself, and this weekend you will finally come out of it. The sun is shining on the lies you have been telling yourself. It's time to stop ignoring and feeding yourself lies and illusion and wake up from it and face the reality, right? To tackle, to solve things like the sun in Virgo energy. And of course, this can also play out in a very different way, again, because everyone is different, everyone's human story is different. So this sun opposed Neptune energy can definitely be you actually seeing the possibility of really grounding your dreams into reality. You can now see what are the steps, plan you can take to start really bring this dream into reality. Maybe you have been dreaming about starting your own business, starting something, doing something, whatever it is. And now the sun in Virgo is giving you solutions, detailed, tangible steps to make this happen for yourself. So perhaps you're seeing this for yourself this weekend, right? This can about also sun opposing Neptune. The messages, revelations, aha moments can come from dreams, meditation, our subconscious mind, and inner knowing, right? Revelations. So this can be something like that as well for us. So this is what's happening up in the sky this week for us. Couple aspect, quite potent too, but other than that, not too much going on. Next week we'll have a little bit more happening up in the sky, and I'll share that with you next week. So I'm wishing you all a good week ahead, and now let's dive into our tarot reading. Hi everyone, welcome to the second part of this video where I'll be doing a collective tarot reading for this upcoming week, September 12 to 18, 2022. This is a general reading. It will not resonate with everyone, so just take what resonates and leave the rest behind. If you want a personal private reading, please feel free to contact me below. All my information are in the description box, my IG and email. Please feel free to follow me there as well and contact me over there. So let's begin. All right, let's look at our spread. Wow, okay, well, definitely seeing that Mercury retrograding in Libra energy coming out from the reading. Also see that Neptune in Pisces energy coming out as well. Okay, wow. Well, as I mentioned before in the astrology part earlier, we are officially like in the heart of Mercury retrograde in Libra energy this week. So first message I got, again, not everyone, some of you is definitely having a revisit, re-evaluation, maybe even reconciliation with someone coming back from the past. This can be a romantic relationship, this can be a friendship that you lost, or maybe a family member that you fell apart with. This week I see that person coming back, or perhaps, who knows, you're the one who's reaching out to them, right? This is about I guess after a period of separation, maybe both of you went separate ways and experienced different things in life, lessons, learning, and the both of you grew, right? And or who knows, maybe just one of you, right? Again, everyone's human story is different. But now, I guess after some time apart, you have time to calm down, to regroup, rethink, look at what happened. I think now you guys are ready to come back to rebuild this relationship. For some of you, this is coming back together to rebuild what was lost. Maybe this is friendship or romantic relationship or family dispute that happened, right? Maybe you guys fell apart because of an argument. You guys didn't see things eye to eye, or didn't think that the relationship will work, or maybe, yeah, simply things happened before, and now I feel like the both of you grew and want to come back together to perhaps talk things out, see how each other is doing, if there's a chance to come back together to work things out, because this time you really want to nurture and grow the relationship. You maybe after separation you realize how important is the other person to you, how much you want to be with them, and how much you can't afford to lose them. That's why you want to come back. You're the best friend that I've ever had. You're the one who only loved me the way I want to be loved, right? And now both of you realize that and wants to come back to it. Again, not saying that it's going to happen to everybody. Everyone experiences it differently. Sometimes during Mercury retrograde, people from the past come back to us is to let us know there are lessons still to be learned. Maybe there's closure that needs to be had, and sometimes they come back just to let you know how much you're better off without them. And this time you finally can close this chapter out, move on, and break away from it. So it can play out differently for everyone, but this is the message I'm seeing from the card. Second message that I have is really about that Mercury opposing Jupiter in Aries. This is about how can we honor everyone's opinions, feelings, and respect each other. perhaps this is going to happen from a discussion or conversation you have this week with a friend, with colleague, with family members, so on and so forth. You realize that, well, yeah, we all have our own truths. Sometimes we might not agree with each other about certain things in life, but how can we still let the difference exist, yet still maintain that relationship with each other? You're not gonna, yes, I think this happens a lot sometimes. Sometimes we break up, we lose friendship, or we have family dispute because of something we can't agree, because of we don't see something eye to eye. But yet sometimes we try to convince the other person to be on our side, agree with us, to see our point, and to let go of their point and come side with us, so on and so forth. But this is about how can we honor each other's truth and let everyone be themselves, own their truth, and yet not letting that difference to break or hurt or drive the relationship apart, right? Are you really going to break up with a friend or disown your family because they don't agree on some kind of truth or news that you see, right? So this is definitely a message that will resonate with some of you this week. So for some of you, this is about how can I find balance between all these that I just mentioned about, right? The next message that I have is that this is about more of a work situation that I'm seeing. This can play out if you are starting a business with someone, or you're working on an ongoing project or things with colleagues or so on and so forth, or with a team, right? You guys have been working on certain things at work, or you have been trying to start a business together, startup, so on and so forth. This week is about you guys gaining momentum, finally start to make things happen for yourself. A very, very positive news, right? I feel like maybe perhaps you guys were trying to figure things out, still trying to navigate, still trying to see things eye to eye, trying to agree with each other. This week is about you guys reaching a agreement, things coming together. Maybe you finally can both see eye to eye, agree on the same thing, and make things happen, or you finally can get things moving, right? Starting to build that business, starting to get this project up and running, so on and so forth. So that's wonderful news, and I see positive result from it as well, so that's really good. Another message coming up, this is about you understand one thing, right? Not everyone is going to be your biggest supporter, your cheerleader. Not everyone is going to be your cup of tea. Not everyone is going to agree with your truth or support your idea. Or some people just don't want to see you succeed because this hurt their ego, or this remind them how they want the same thing but it's not happening for them, right? And sometimes we can get disappointed, we can get defensive, we can be really hurt by that, right? Why are you not seeing my point? Why are you not supporting my dream? Why can't you just agree with me or let me do what I want? Right? And this week, this is about you finally seeing that and understand that it is okay, right? This is your life. This is your dream, your business, your path that you want to take. This is the person you want to be with. Who is, oh my God, what is it? Mercury. Why do you need to care about external opinion, approval, validation around you, right? If you really want to do something, you want to achieve something, start that business, be with that person, right? Move to that country or whatever it is, right? Some people are going to be like, yeah, go for it. Yeah, I can see you doing that. You're going to be so good at it, But there are people that's just going to be like, yeah, you're going to fail. Nah, that's not going to work out. I don't like that person for you, But in the end, who is making the decision? You, right? As long as you think it's right for you, you want it, you agree with it, you know you can handle the consequences no matter how things turns out, then go for it. You don't need other people's approval, validation, or opinion, right? Of course, if you clearly are doing something like just like red flag and someone point that out at you or for you, yeah, I mean, of course, take it into consideration, right? But in the end, you're still the one who's making that decision. Who knows, right? That might be a lesson you need to learn from, or that's something you have to go through. But the point is, not everyone, you can't make people agree with you, support you, love you the way you want it, right? Sometimes it's just not happening, and you have to understand that it is okay, right? As long as you approve it, you validate it, and that's enough. Let that be enough, right? This is about you making peace with this mindset. So this is what I'm seeing from the tarot card. Now let's look at the message from oracle cards. I'll take all the cards out and we'll talk about them one by one. All right, all the cards came out and it's so interesting. I love using multiple decks because sometimes you see resemblance. You see similar cards coming out to support the reading, which I love. And it's so funny how this is the Moonology deck. This is another deck, the Spiritual Animal deck. And it's so funny how the card here and the card next to it, they resemblance each other. It's like they're talking to each other, which is so funny. All right, so now this time, instead of going deck by deck, I'm going to read them like that, okay? So the first message here, new moon in Gemini, think it through. And then we have Parrot Spirit, watch your words. Mercury retrograde, think it through, watch your word, right? This is exactly what is happening, right? And also this is about that square I mentioned earlier, that Venus-Mars square. The energy is working against each other. So remember, think it through, watch your word during this period of time, especially this week where Mercury retrograde in Libra. This is about how you talk to each other, how you communicate with people around you, right? Also, just like that, Mercury opposed Jupiter. Your truth doesn't always equal to everyone else's truth, right? How can you respect each other while let everyone to have their own opinion, right? Wow, powerful message that we have. Next one. We have new moon in Cancer, relax. And then we have Nightingale Spirit, love is all around. Exactly, right? This resonates with the last message I just mentioned, right? Relax. Not everyone is your cup of tea, and you're not everyone's cup of tea. And that's fine, right? Why focus on people that don't love you, don't support you, don't agree with you, or don't respect you? Relax, focus on people that love you, support you, that's there for you, right? And most importantly, focus on yourself, the love that you give to yourself, and know that universe is always there for you, loving you. So there's no need to seek validation and approval from people around you. Lastly, we have full moon in Leo. Go wild. What is it you want to do, right? Go do it. You don't need people's approval. As long as you know it's right for you, you know it's true for you, and you know you can handle any consequence that come across you, right? And then we have scrap beetle spirit, magic works through you, right? Know that there's constantly unseen force and magic that you can't see, which is the universe, always constantly working and co-creating with you. But sometimes you need to let go, get out of your own way, and let universe to come in and work as magic for you, right? And then we have, from the Wisdom of Oracle deck, we have 42 Chop Wood. This card, look at this, it looks very like ordinary, right? It's just a bloom here, buckets here. It's like everyday daily cleaning task, very Virgo energy, right? But this is through the daily routine practice ritual that we focus on, that give us sort of that structure in life, that allow us to not constantly how to say, put our energy and focus to chase something else, right? To put it outward, to focus on other things. This is when we focus on the mundane. We make space, we make we create, how to say, we create space for universe to come in and deliver the magic that we want, that we want to manifest and bring into our life, right? So this is about you, instead of thinking 10 steps away, thinking about your dream, your fantasy, what you want, your manifestation, your intention, Yep, bring it back to yourself. Focus on the now, right? Taking daily steps, daily inspiration, and know that you're constantly heading towards what you want. Okay, I'm just going to share the guidebook message here with you as well. Chop wood, being grounded in everyday experience, humility. There are times when the big dream is meant to lie dormant in your consciousness so that you can pay attention to the simple chores in your life. Consider why pruning a tree is the forerunner of delighting in the beautiful blooms when it is in the full blossom. The mundane act of pulling off dead leaves, watering the soil, and then leaving it to be, let nature take its course, is an important step in manifestation. Taking your attention away from your goal brings you to a state of receptivity. This is the deeper purpose for releasing attachment. When you engage in everyday tasks in a meditative, contemplative way, you clear your energy to receive your aha moments, which brings you ever closer to what you seek. Very similar to what I just mentioned, right? Focus on what you do every day. Focus on you, right? And you will soon realize that you're closer than ever to your dreams. Self-care oracle, surrender, right? It's resonating again. Stop trying to control life. It gets in the way of divine intervention. So for some, this message is really loud for you. Stop holding on and like checking if it's here yet. Make way, get out of your own way so that universe can come in and bring you, there you go. This is what you want. Now I'll give it to you, because you finally clear your energy and make space for me to come in and work for you. Alright, so I hope this message helps. Feel free to drop me a comment below and contact me if you want a private reading. I'm wishing you all a good week ahead, and I'll see you next week. Bye!